What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Aging Potheads. I'm your boy, Big Brother Boss. With me, as always, is the beautiful Miss Candy with an X. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, just doing what I normally do, kicking back, recovering from a cold, but I'll be okay. How's
Hey.
everyone out there tonight? Go ahead and take this time to share the video and get your blunts ready, get your drinks ready, because we gonna have a nice ride tonight, as we always do, y'all. Let's go ahead, grab your blunt, and let's go ahead and blaze. Damn.
Oh yeah.
I like smoking out my little dragon here.
Right. Right. I got poo, evil poo,
Got some poo going,
in a little face. Yeah. Evil poo.
So y'all let us know what you're smoking tonight. And you said you were smoking on some runts tonight, huh?
Yeah. Smoking on some right.
Hey,
Um. It's
nothing wrong with runts. Runts is becoming the thing now, and it's a pretty good hybrid. What did you give it? Like this
I gave
batch?
it. You said where did I get it from, or where did
I
I give
said,
it?
what did you give it this time?
Oh, I gave it a 4. I think. I think I
Okay.
gave it a 4. Um.
Hmm.
It's fun. Just it
Yeah,
it depends
runts
on where you get the
depends.
runs from. So
Yeah, runts depends on where you get it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, some places have good runts, other places don't. Um, no offense to the street dealers, not judging. Some of y'all runts be kind of trash. Some of the street dealers runts be trash.
Mhm.
But yeah, runts though, if you get it at a good dispensary or a good source, it is pretty good. Um, with runts, y'all though, I would really um if you can look at the flower before you get it,
Yeah.
look at it because sometimes they be trying to get over with you with this runts, um,
Right.
or any strain that's pretty common. So definitely
Yeah.
take a look at your weed. Make sure that um, that it's real, that it's green for one.
Mm. Well, rose kind of has a natural like dark color anyway,
Hmm.
So
But it don't look
you
like
know,
it's been drying out in the sun for 20 years. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. You
yeah.
know,
Check the consistency of it, and
be
make
like
sure
check your expiration dates for
yeah,
real.
make
But
sure
you
it's
gave
not
that four blunts, which is just about what I would give runts to. Runts is pretty good. For those who live on the East Coast, y'all might try to call it runt saw. Here it's just regular old weed. You know.
it's yeah, regular out here on the West Coast.
Now some of my good smokers on the East Coast, yeah, they know the good weed and things like that. But other people be coming like, oh, this that gorilla glue that Jay-Z be talking about. I said, sir,
Not,
gorilla glue
not.
is we smoke gorilla glue on a regular day out here. You know.
It's not. Yeah,
I got
that's
gorilla glue everywhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm smoking on lemon haze from um Basic. So it's basically if y'all go to Green Dispensary, their brand is called Basic. And it's a very I wish I had a package around here of it. But it's really nondescript. It's not their normal green bag. It's a little white bag with just the name on it. I wish I had one around here.
basic.
Oh, I know one. Baseline is what it's called.
Oh, baseline. You said basic.
Same difference to me. But I had super lemon haze. I got it in both flour and concentrate. The concentrate is just a little bit better than the flour. Um, excuse me. But yeah, I sort of like that better. It's I like the flour better than the concentrate. The concentrate is cool, but the flour is a lot better. I gave it 4.5, I believe. Half of it because I smoked both of them, and the concentrate it was okay, but it just took a little while to get there. Y'all let us know in the comments what you are smoking. Y'all let us know in the comments what you are smoking. What was I trying to say? Super Lemon Haze is a sativa. You can get it at most dispensaries. I got this at Green Dispensary over on Rainbow. Not an endorsement, y'all. Not endorsing them. But if you want to, hey, if y'all want to, y'all know the number. I'm in the system. But most definitely, Super Lemon Haze, if you like sativas, that is the brand for y'all. Most definitely. It does have a citrusy thing. The high is pretty quick. It gets you to your head real fast. It doesn't hit you hard. It eases you into it, not slow, but it just eases you into it. And not a big drop. It's not a big drop at all. So I like that. And it doesn't leave you foggy if you don't over medicate. So take that as it take with that what you will. You can over medicate with it, so definitely go with that as you will. For real.
Right. Be stuck.
Now our strain of the week is Straw Nana. Straw Nana is an indica dominant hybrid, and it's strawberry cough mixed with banana something. I can't remember what it was. It is indica dominant. If you get the mid to high, if you get the mid to premium range flower for this, it's going to hit you pretty hard as an indica. Me, myself, I use it to relax if I have something like I want to take a nap or something like that. It's not something that's going to put me to, it's not something to put me to sleep if I don't want to go to sleep. But if I'm just trying to take an afternoon nap, it'll put me in that position to do it. Straw Nana, I actually have it in a concentrate, so I have it in a pen. So it works pretty well as on the pen. It's okay. I'll review it next week for y'all. Once I really smoke it, because in order for me to review something, y'all, I gotta smoke it. I gotta get home and I gotta sit down. I have to, get ready for it.
One with it.
And I got to start from and I have to start from sober. So when I'm reviewing something, y'all know that I start from sober. I don't put it in the middle of my session. All right. Let us know what you're smoking. Let us know in the comments if you tried Straw Nana, if you tried Runts, or you tried Super Lemon Haze. Let me know how y'all liked it, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. Let us know what you're smoking if we didn't hit your strain tonight. Now, y'all, it is Wednesday, and this past week was the opening weekend of the football season, NFL Week 1. What were some of your favorite moments?
I actually went to South Point with a few friends to get into football season. I love football season. I mean, it's getting colder, ushering, the fall and most importantly, you can go bet on these motherfuckers. So that's really my favorite part of it is like because at that point, depending on it really doesn't matter who your favorite team is at that point. It's just
exactly
win. So
yeah.
I guess my I watched the Dallas Giants game. I'm not a Dallas fan or a Giants fan. But I did want the Giants to win only to shut the Dallas Cowboys fans up because
I know, right?
tend to be really annoying. They're about as delusional as
Raiders fans.
And I'm a Raider fan. But, I just feel like it's all fun and games and right, what have you. But I'm always be a Raider fan. I don't care. So that was one of the highlights. The Giants, they didn't even pinch the bitch. So, but I want Cowboy fans to relax, okay? Because y'all do win 1 or 2 games and then y'all feel a little fuck out. So just everybody
exactly. No, I know in other cities, they have sports bars and things like that. We have those here too. But y'all going to the sports book is almost like going to the game itself. And cool thing about the sports books here, you can bet on the game. You can sit down and watch your favorite team, but understand that they have every game on at the sports book, y'all.
Everyone.
And sometimes they have like 2 or 3 big screens showing like 2 or 3 different games. Normally it's your favorite game or the most popular game that week on in the middle. It's fun. It's like a stadium atmosphere. They have drink specials. I remember when you used to just flash your receipt, you can get your drinks all fucking day, but that don't work now. You just get 1 drink per ticket. South Point, funny thing about the South Point of story, South Point on Fridays used to have $2 drinks no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh man, we be there just getting toe. Back when I drank.
My thing with South Point, and I'm not sure if they do it at other sports books. I just tend to go to South Point. When their other games that they have, because they have the derby there, they have the races.
Mhm.
Those they free drink. Like
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because of the but they don't give free drinks for the for the people that are there watching the game. You still have to buy your drink. So don't listen to me, but you smell like
Yeah.
and drink. Still, but promote. I'm just saying that's what we do. But I thought that was always kind of unfair. Like and again, I don't know if they do this at all sports books, but I just know specifically South Point. They don't serve.
Well, I do know.
Which I think is
I
whack.
do know at the South Point they're very accommodated on their race book. You know what I mean? Also, those guys sit there all day, like every day.
The football, the sport, the people that go up there and bet, they be there all day. Like my friend, my friend's dude, he be up there all day. Like they be up there all day from sun up to sundown every day. Like it's a hustle. So
yeah. South Point, I've only been once to their sports book to like watch games, so I couldn't even say. But I do know at other places like the Orleans and the Santa Fe, you're right. They do be treating the guys there for the horse races a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Just say
it. Just saying.
Yeah,
that's not lost on anybody. I said that's not lost on anybody either. Like, okay.
Yeah,
right.
It's not. I was at home. I watched the games. I'm a Niner fan, so the Niners did win. That was an okay game. What I really like that, what they're doing on TV now, if a game is sort of over, they sort of switch to another game. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, the score is this much. Say, like, for example, that Dallas game, if there was another game on, they would have switched to another game after a while. And they would have came back and
probably like the last 5 minutes, last 2 minutes or whatever, they probably would have swear, all right, this game is done. Because I thought the Giants was gonna put up something. They didn't put up anything.
But just like folks said, though, it is like it is one of those things. Dallas wins one game, and all of a sudden they talk about they talking like they just won the Super Bowl.
Now y'all gonna win the Super Bowl. Relax. Calm down.
This week one. Understand the Detroit Lions are 1-2.
Right. But they can say that about the Raiders too. So it's all fun. It's
all fun. But also with Raiders fans, though, they win a preseason game, they act like they won the Super Bowl. And there's nothing wrong with that. They are some good fans. I'm just saying sometimes it's like y'all do know it's it's like y'all do know it's the preseason, right?
No. But we about as delusional as the Cowboy fans. So it is what it is.
But some of the games were nice. It was nice to see who was it? Miami. Who did Miami upset?
I didn't know who Miami was playing. I know the Packers and the Bears played.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders played. The Giants played.
Yeah.
And I know the Dolphins played, but I can't remember who they played.
Yeah, I
But
can't either. If y'all see if we had Tony here, we'd know.
yeah.
But but yeah,
Mhm.
it's one of the games I did like. What did I watch? Oh, the Rams game. It was the Rams.
Oh yeah. And
You know, I hate
the
being this
Chargers
high.
played too.
Chargers. It wasn't the Rams. It was the Chargers. I think
The
I want to say
Chargers.
it was the Chargers in Miami.
Yeah, and they
If I'm not
lost.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
They lost. So
I
but
know
yeah.
that yeah, it was the Chargers that played Miami. I saw the end of that game. Um, and I thought it was a good game. You know what I mean? It was and just to think that, I think Miami was down, like, down enough to be like, hey,
Yeah.
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 All right. Then we have the share over on YouTube. He said she is a Seahawks fan.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean,
uh-huh.
I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks.
Yes, and thank you, Sheriff, for joining us over on YouTube.
Hi, Sharon.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite team is. I'm a Niner fan. Miss Candy is a Raiders fan. I didn't even know. I didn't even ask Tony. I don't think Tony is into it, but I don't know. Tony is probably just into whoever's on TV. But y'all, what I really was talking about here, and oh, you said your name is Sally. I apologize, Sally. My bad. And welcome to the show. Let us know
Is
what your
that
favorite strain is.
Sally? Wait, I think that's my Sally. Yeah, no, Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my friend. Hi, Sally. I had to look at the name, like, wait. Hello.
All right. Yeah, just let us know what your favorite team, what you smoking on tonight. But as always, y'all, let us know what your favorite team is, and let us know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year. And always we say it's our team. Don't get me wrong. They always say it's our team. And as a Niner fan, we've been to the dance only once in the last 5 years, but we've also been in that championship game the last 4 out of 5 years.
Yeah.
So I know what heartbreak feels like. So y'all know. So I do think my team is actually gonna go this time. I'm hoping that. I'm really, really hoping that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
the
pick. What do
Niners,
you think?
they're a team to be reckoned with. I know quite a few
Mm-hmm.
Niners fans, so they're a team to definitely be they're a competitive team. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're usually the team to beat. So hopefully, I'm naturally I'm going for the Raiders, silver and
Oh
black.
no, I get that, and I actually want to see the Browns make it this year because the Browns had a good season a couple seasons ago. They did
Oh,
okay last season, but I just want to. Yeah, the Browns. She said, "Really?" She was like, "Really?" Like, I want to say it was when a couple years ago when the um Bengals and the Rams played. I think the Browns was, up there in the playoffs. They didn't win, but it
I
is what
mean,
it is. Now, one of the things I saw, and I don't know if y'all saw the video, Monday Night Football was the Jets. Man, I gotta stop smoking so much. Anyway, the Jets were playing. And Aaron Rodgers was there, and Aaron Rodgers played a couple of plays and then
yeah,
went out with an ankle injury. Now,
yeah,
y'all, I seen the video,
yeah.
and I don't know if you've seen it, Miss Candy. At first, he's just standing there looking like he's gonna go back in the huddle. Next thing you know, he on his back in the
He like,
pose, like come get me.
I don't want to
And
play.
yeah, exactly. And they said he went out with an ankle injury. Now, y'all, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers just signed like almost a $300 million contract with the Jets.
Yeah.
And Sally said I had a sad first day game. Not a good game against Rams. Seahawks lost big, hoping for better rest of the season. Who isn't tired of KC winning? KC
I
winning.
mean,
Oh man. You know, I'm not gonna knock Patrick Mahomes. He's a young guy. Um, he's on pace to break the records. He's on pace to pass Tom Brady. Um, but we don't know. Tom Brady paid 20 years, but it
he
seems
did.
like Patrick Mahomes is on pace to beat that in a little over half that time if he stays that long. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Yeah,
Aaron
bearing Aaron Henry.
Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers himself, he's 39 years old. Just signed, I want to say a three year with the Jets, $300 million. Goes out with an ankle injury. And then when I read this morning, they said it was an Achilles tear. And and I laughed for about 5 minutes. Now, those who don't know, when you injure your Achilles tendon, it takes about 4 to 6 months
That's a game. That's a season
to
injury.
recover from it. That's the season, y'all. And
That's
whenever we see these quarterbacks that should have retired go down like that, we know that's it.
yeah.
That's it for them, y'all. That is it.
I
4 to
didn't know he
6
was
months.
39.
Huh?
He looks like 46. I
Mhm.
said Aaron Rodgers looks he look about 46. He don't
No,
look
he's
39.
39.
Mm,
Yeah, he's
okay.
39. He
Well,
should have
I'm
retired a
36.
couple of years ago.
Right.
But when he was injured, I was like, oh, here we go. And then I saw the video. I was like, bruh, no. I was
Now,
thinking when I saw it, y'all, I was thinking like if y'all never seen the movie Friday, when he said it ain't even wet over there, that's how
yeah,
I felt when he fell
yeah.
down.
Put down like Ezel. Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely
it's not
like
even wet over there. If
and I'm
y'all
like,
if y'all if y'all go to YouTube and search it, you'll see it right as he went down. Like I said, y'all, it's just funny. Not trying to knock nobody, but I do hope for a speedy recovery. But I do hope you just retire, bro. It's good. You good
yeah,
now.
go ahead, pack it up. Pack it up.
Yeah, you gonna make Hall of Fame first year. Don't even worry
Yeah.
about it. First year of eligibility, you gonna be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about it, Aaron. I don't know why you left the Packers
I
out
really
of.
don't know why he left the Packers. He really could have just stayed and retired from the Packers. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, like he was naturally one of their best players. I think it wasn't didn't somebody leave? One his right hand man,
Brett
I think.
Favre left. Brett Favre left.
Yeah, but I mean, Brett Favre ain't played in how long? But what I mean is
Yeah,
like,
Brett Favre took over after. I mean, Aaron Rodgers took over after Brett Favre. So that's
well,
how
yeah,
long he's.
but I mean, he had like a current member on the team that he played with that I think got traded to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from my understanding, and I don't know, because there was some kind of talk about them splitting up, or him wanting to continue to play with Aaron Rodgers. But if
Mm-hmm.
I remember correctly, don't I'm high, so
Yeah.
don't. But um, he really could have just stayed and finished out with the Packers. I don't understand
Mm-hmm.
why he even started a whole new team, a whole new organization. There's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a lot of pressure on you. There's going to be a lot of weight on your shoulders, and you're a 39-year-old man. Not saying that you can't, um, you can't do it, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
what was the point? Like, was it more
Exactly.
money? Like, what was the point? Why did it even leave? So
Exactly.
that's what I need to find out. Oh man, my light. Hold on.
She lost a light.
I lost my light.
Hey, Amira, thank you for joining us. What you smoking on tonight, and where are you watching this from? I'm like, oh man, Envy Energy that came through.
No, I just was leaning up against my plug, and I guess it came out. Sorry.
No, I know that feeling. My
Yeah.
plug now, I've moved. My plug is right behind my computer desk that I do the show here, and
Yeah, and then you
watch where I
box
put my
it
foot at when
down. Yeah.
I gotta watch where I put my foot at, y'all. Now, let us know in the comments your favorite team and everything. I do this for the people on the rewatch. Let us know what your favorite team is. Let us know what team is going to the Super Bowl this year, even if it's not your team. You know what I mean? It's okay. We ain't gonna tell nobody. But we're gonna move to a more serious thing here. There is an update on Ro. Ro is a content creator from Houston. If you haven't heard the story, a couple of weeks ago, Ro was hit in the face for a brick. I mean, hit in the face with a brick when she told a young man she did not want to give him her phone number.
Yeah.
Now, it sparked it sparked a debate that's always been around about the protection of black women. It also brought up the whole Carly Russell thing from last month. Um, and a lot of folks were online trying to discredit her, going through past videos, including one guy who wasn't there saying he was one of the guys there. There's been a lot of people chasing clout, and a lot of our red pill podcast bros, because we don't have, the passport bros kind of fell off, so now they're home. Now they're home, and now they're really doing in their podcasts. And these fucking red pill, ashy ass, whatever name you want to have, has been spending all of their time trying to discredit Roe. Um, Anything saying she had an allergic reaction, she's a scammer, all sorts of shit. And they really said, it was a hoax. I believe it was Sunday night when everybody started saying it was a hoax. I did look it up, not to disprove her, but to see what evidence there was. What were the sources? None of the sources were
Incredible.
were credible. None of them. Not one. And then when you go on social media, it was a bunch of big-headed ashy ass motherfuckers who live in their mama house, uh, talking about they want an apology from black women because it's a hoax. Rose family did come forward with the receipts. Nothing was questionable. In my opinion, there was nothing questionable. Um, One of the biggest things they talked about was the police report. They said she had this little piece of paper with a number on it. For those who live here in Vegas, you get the same thing. Sometimes you get the detective's card with your incident number. That's not even a report number.
Yeah, or event number. I was gonna say
Or
there's
an
sometimes
event number.
event number.
And for one, she didn't have to do all that shit. Let's be clear. I saw the picture. She got hit with the brick. All right. And I don't think I really needed to see the damn medical thing from the ER. I don't need to see that shit.
No,
I
you
really
see
don't.
hair growing out the side of her head. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think she would do that to herself. Like for what? For clout? She's already
Exactly.
a creator.
And if it was an allergic reaction, she wouldn't have known about it. I mean, something that big. If my face swelled up like that, I'd be like, well, shit, something had something in it. But
Yeah, because that happened.
the energy they put into saying this shit is fucking crazy. And I'm not just talking about these red pill motherfuckers. The fucking pick me's were out too. All right, the pick me's were out here too. And this is the crazy part, y'all. And whether it was a hoax or not, the reason that a lot of women, especially black women, came out and said me too was because whether she was lying or not, they shared a common experience. Now, me as a man, I can't even tell you about an experience with an aggressive woman at all. That was terse. But I'm sure Candy probably has at
I
least five.
definitely, I definitely have had experiences with, you and it speaks to you know, like how you have to present yourself and how you, and I shouldn't have to do any of that. Like, you know, sometimes when I pull up to a gas station or a
Mm-hmm.
7-Eleven, you know, and there's, you know, it's in that kind of area where, you know, there's a bunch of people outside. I don't even look up, get out with the own face, you know, go right
Mm-hmm.
in, do ma'am, you know, can I help you? You know, like, or where your man at? Or, you know, I got called a bitch. A couple of years ago, I was walking to work. Just before, you know, I had a car out here.
Mm-hmm.
Early in the morning. It's like 4 in the morning. I had to be at work at like 8, you know, but the
Mm-hmm.
bus was weird out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked past these apartments that were facing the street, and you know, you could tell they was up, you know, they was turned up, you know, there's a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of guys hanging out, and I saw them before. I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to walk past these people. And you know, you can always, it's not, you know, a like a conceit or like, oh yeah, they finna talk to me, they finna try to talk
Mm-hmm.
to me. It's literally, you know, because I'm a woman, that's been my experience. Like I, you know, like there's times where you can't, you know, and you know, you're attracted to whoever you're attractive to, you know, like, so I'm walking and can I get your number or something like that? And I just kept walking. I'm on my way to work, you know, I have to make
Yeah.
sure I get this. And I just didn't say anything, you know, I just kept walking, acting like I didn't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, fuck you too then, bitch. Like, you know, and I just kept walking, like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
um, hopefully these, you know, like you just have that type of fear. Like I've been in several
Mm-hmm.
positions like that where, you
Yeah.
know, you just hope that it don't turn into this kind of situation where, you
Yeah.
know, you get attacked or
Yeah.
you know, something happens to you, you know, because
Exactly.
you know, and I've even read women talking about, well, I just give them a number anyway, but I just block them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
But
shouldn't
you
have to
shouldn't
do.
have to.
I shouldn't have to do shit. I don't have to give. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. I don't care if you didn't say hi.
Exactly.
I can say hi back, or sometimes I do just say hey. You know, just
Mm-hmm.
so this person doesn't feel slighted. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't know what type of shit you on. You know, I don't know. We've
Exactly.
seen situations where you know you do ignore these men,
Yeah.
and they get violent. You know, we
Yeah.
see that time and time again, and that's really sad.
It
And
is.
yeah, go ahead.
It's very sad. It's crazy because as a man, I'm not gonna lie. I've been overly aggressive at times. Don't get me wrong, I have, but it's never gotten to a point to where I felt I wanted to be physically or even verbally um confrontational about it. I might say it in my head like fuck her, you know what I mean? But that's just me. And yeah, my feelings are hurt because I got rejected, but I've learned to control my emotions to where I don't have to lash out. It's a thousand women out, you know, just saying, just
It's,
it's it's
somebody who
crazy.
likes you. And that's what
Yeah.
I don't understand about the red pill incels. Like you're trying to take somebody that is not in your lane, that
Mm-hmm.
wants different things that you want. So what if this woman wants a man that, you know, has a lot of money or drives nice cars or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know, those are her preferences.
Yeah.
You might, you know, like a light skinned woman or a dark skinned woman or a
Mm-hmm.
different kind of race, whatever. That's your preference. Nobody should be able to. But these men, they you
Mm-hmm.
want to take a woman because you don't have these things to offer her and bring her down to your level, and then still
Yeah.
treat her fucked up anyway. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand. I don't understand red
Mm-hmm.
pill.
Well, a
So
part of it too was like a lot of women said was like, y'all men get on women for not picking the right man, and they get on women for in their mindset, okay, a woman might say this guy's not my type, but you know, but he's not even giving me the energy that I feel good with. So
yeah,
you know, it's like it's a catch 22. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You give that guy the number down the road, he hits you, or down the road, he's an asshole. when you think it back, you're like, fuck, I could have just rejected this
I could
motherfucker.
have kept walking. I could have used, sir, you came and disturbed my peace. I was over here doing my thing, living my life, doing whatever I had going on. You wanted to be in this energy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you give the energy, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't, like and that's not to say, because sometimes you don't know, sometimes you don't know, you might not be
Mm-hmm.
compatible with a
Now,
person,
Sally
or
said sometimes it's easier to act flattered, and
yeah,
I get that argument. That's the argument that's been going on for years. Just be nice. Um, just be nice. Get it over with. Even Miss Candy said, just give them your number, then block them later. Um, and one of the big things that came out of this to me was that it's a dangerous thing to say, I'll just do it just so I can get on with the situation. But as with everything, they're telling women what they should be doing, as
mm,
opposed to going to men and saying, hey, check your ego, control your emotions. I'm out here. It would be disingenuous of me to say, hey, Miss Candy, next time maybe you should just have that heat on you. You know what I mean? Maybe
yeah,
you should this. Instead of me just saying, hey, let me get with my brothers and let them know I'm on the same page. Because Tony and I discussed it last week. We're gonna stand up no matter what. If it was at least 5 or 6 motherfuckers out there, it could have been done. And as a man, I am not afraid to say I'm afraid.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. That was one of the things being thrown around too in this debate is that they say if you scared of you just as scared as this motherfucker as a woman is. You know what I mean? Because
mm,
men know each other. Men
yeah,
know how men are. You know what I mean? So I don't care if you were, like I said last week, y'all. I don't care if these men were afraid of her and just froze at the time that this happened. But afterwards, you were still giving them. You were out there saying, "Hey, maybe you should have did this." Not, "Hey, can I help you? Can I call 911 for you?" And then y'all, the same motherfuckers online today, talk about there was no police report. The Houston police didn't dis. There was no statement released. Let me tell y'all something. Why? We've talked about this with black women, black women. A black woman gets hit. The only reason this actually went viral is because she mentioned it online. This might have not got reported. And even if Houston police got a hold of this, it don't. It doesn't make them want to say, "Oh, let's get this on the news."
yeah, they
It's
don't
not.
care.
You cannot dictate how a victim is supposed to feel, how a victim is supposed to act in the moment they were victimized. You can't do that, people. It's fucking, it's mind boggling. And for those who think I'm talking too much, I'm on the super lemon haze tonight, so I can think and I got time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's one of those things, y'all. And as a man, I can't speak for any woman, but I know it's a catch-22. I know
Uh,
it's a rough situation where you say, okay, I'm gonna give him my number and I'm gonna have problems with him in the future, or I don't give him my number and I'm gonna have problems with him now.
yeah, right.
You
At
know what I
least if I get
mean?
his number, I can just block him, or not respond at
Mhm.
all.
Yes.
Or those are options that you have. But just
Mhm.
to say my life potentially, not saying that all guys are like that. Every guy that
Yeah.
hollers at you is on some BS. It's not
Hmm.
that. It's just you don't know. You don't
Hmm.
know. You really don't. And
Yeah.
especially in a situation like that where already with a bunch of your homeboys, y'all been
Hmm.
drinking, smoking,
Uh-huh.
like y'all pumping each other up or whatever, and then like when it's that kind of situation,
Hmm.
unfortunately, and I probably just like, all right, here,
Okay.
and get on, and then just block the dude later. But if it's
I
like one
get it.
guy, no, sir, and even then I'm still like, oh,
Mhm.
let me lie, like, oh yeah, I'm meeting somebody here, or my boyfriend's here, or my somebody's here, and then a lot of times that don't even work no more. So
Exactly.
you just have
Hey,
to.
hey, J Mac, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jay.
J Mac, she says, I get a number of people I don't deal with no more, and that's a good one too. But you shouldn't have to. You should be able just to say no. No.
Yeah, no should
Um,
be enough. Like it should be
yeah,
enough.
no, those should be enough. And for those who grew up in California in the '90s, no means no was a whole thing. It was a fucked up line at the end of the Players Club that Ice Cube said when he said that. He said, I guess no means no. Like, so yeah, no means no. And like I said, I don't have a problem with rejection. Trust me. Grew up the fat kid. Rejection was my whole young life, with the exception of a few times. So, you know, but I'm with the team of the school of thought that says, hey, let's stop telling women how they should act so they're not victimized, as opposed to telling our brothers how they should act so that they don't become assailants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It goes with the whole dress code thing. You know what I mean? Most dress codes are really geared towards women so they don't distract men. Come on
Yeah,
now, y'all. Come on. Come
yeah.
on. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna look at titties whether they in a shirt or in a bra. That's where I am.
But it's never stopped anybody from doing it. If somebody wants to do something to you, it doesn't matter what you have
Mm-hmm.
on. You
Mm-hmm.
can. Well, you can have. They was raping.
Uh-huh.
And way before this, it
Exactly.
didn't matter what they have on. It's just like if that's the kind of sick motherfucker you are, that's just who you are. You're gonna do it anyway. So
Exactly.
telling
It's
a
gonna
woman she
happen. It's
dress
gonna
the
happen no matter what.
and that
And
kind of
Jay was talking. Jay also mentioned about giving a fake name, and I understand that too. I get it, and I get it that women do it for their safety, even though they shouldn't have to. I get it, and I get women are going to do things. I shouldn't have to. Women are going to do things to make sure that is their safety is secured, or their hey, I'm getting high now again. Here we go. I'm mixing up my words again. They want to make sure that they're safe first before anything else.
yeah.
Anything else. And that's with me too. Fuck, I want to make sure that I'm safe above anything else. Um, and we get that part. But even if, like I said, even if they didn't do anything to prevent him from hitting her, they could have sprung into action afterwards to
Yeah,
say,
just
hey,
no
that's
for
fucked up. Was they gonna get the damn license plate or even try to slow this dude down or anything? You know what I mean? It's just not how. I just think the whole thing was fucked up situation all the way around, and they continue to keep traumatizing this woman by showing the pictures and then saying, "Oh, where's this? Where's that?" I didn't know there was requirements to being a victim. I didn't. I didn't know you had to have proof that you were a victim.
I mean, in
And
this day and age, you have to. But,
mm-hmm,
like people don't believe you unless or they're gonna try to pull some bullshit ass receipts
exactly. They're
that
gonna try to.
this can happen to you. She might be a bitch. We don't know. She might be a shitty person. We don't know. But
Mm-hmm,
that doesn't mean that that doesn't
yeah.
um take away from what happened to her.
Mm,
Like she might have been out there talking shit or
yeah.
whatever. We don't know. But or maybe even enticing it. But that still don't mean you pick up a brick and hit this woman in the head. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Exactly.
What
What
is
is
wrong
wrong
with
with
you?
you? And now at this point, we're beyond. At this point, we're beyond the motherfucking. We're beyond just the fact she got hit with a brick. It's a whole different issue now.
Yeah.
It's a whole different issue. And even though the hoax thing was even though the hoax was a lie, meaning like the people who said it was a hoax still haven't presented any real solid evidence, or there's no real source saying this, with the way people are nowadays, they all they got to do is hear it once. It don't have to be true enough. Once somebody hears it's a hoax, that's when that's when all the people come out of the closet. Oh, I knew.
They wanted it to be it's the hoax because they don't want to have to be accountable of not doing shit or not helping or why we got to protect black women, but black women they do that, like why we got to do that, like sir, if it was your sister or your mother, like what would you wanted somebody? Wouldn't you have wanted somebody to be there for her at that time, like if she was out there by herself and all these dudes is around hitting on her, like you wouldn't want somebody, and that's what kills me with these red pillars too. It's like you're the cognitive dissonance to like anybody outside of my family I really don't give a fuck about, and I know that individually I can understand that, but as a collective, when things happen to other and other ethnicities or what have you, they rally around. They don't let that shit happen. It just seems like our men are the only men that don't want to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say one more. I'm gonna say one more thing about this, y'all, because we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
We gotta move on.
Go ahead and keep the conversation going on in the comments if you like. But I'm gonna say this, and we can keep it going in the comments. Is that the way black men were acting and the way these pygmies were acting is the same way them motherfuckers act when a black man is killed. Well, what happened? What was he doing to get shot? You know what I mean? He motherfucking. They go back to say, well, he hit a little boy with a butterfinger when he was 7, so we knew that he was violent today.
So we knew he was violent,
yeah. That's how y'all sounded. That's the energy I'm getting for y'all. That's the energy I'm getting from y'all.
And that's sad.
So let's keep the conversation going in the comments, y'all. We do have to move on because Miss Candy really has some issues with construction here in Las Vegas.
Oh my God. I am
Oh
RTC or the Department of Transportation, whoever the fuck is in charge of the traffic around here, like I need y'all to get it together. Please get it together. I'm sick and fucking tired of turning down the street and there's no reason for these fucking cones to be here, bro. Like sometimes I'll just get out and move the shit. Like if I see ain't nobody around and I'll and y'all not doing nothing, y'all not working on none of this part of the road and it's causing traffic and I gotta be somewhere, I'm getting out, I'm moving the shit. I'll put it back, or I might just leave it where it's at. Now you got to come back and put it back. Like one of these motherfuckers took off the back of my mirror. Like that's literally Nevada. I don't know what the Nevada flower is, but it could be a traffic cone. Like it's really a traffic cone. There's no reason for the reasoning behind why y'all do some of the shit y'all do is mind boggling to me. I know we have the race out here, Formula One coming out here in November, so I know the strip is a wreck. Like and I avoid the strip at all costs. Trying to drive down there, trying to like I don't know how these Uber drivers do it. You be down there.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you my secret. Those of us who've been driving rideshare a while, we know how to make our money off the strip too.
Yeah.
There's times where I don't want to be on the strip during a big concert. I don't try to do events. I leave that stuff for the people who can do it. I leave that for the rookies.
Who's out there?
I try to stay.
I tried to do that with Uber Eats one time, and because you get a premium, when you go down to the strip. But fuck that. I'd rather. There's other places where I can still make this extra $2-3 extra whatever, and just avoid the strip at all costs.
It's not worth it. The worst place that Uber Eats is fucking Aria. Aria is the worst.
Y'all got to come downstairs. Y'all can't. You can't. It's not like you can stop anywhere. You can't just stop and run some food up to. And then you motherfuckers talk about leave it at the door. I'm not leaving shit at the door. You better come. You need to come downstairs. You need to come, yeah, walk through all of that. Because I'm not walking through all. I gotta find somewhere to park. That's gonna take time. Then I got
Yeah.
to come to go walk through the casino. That's taking more time. And then come on whatever floor you on, and then walk it down. And not doing that. I'm not doing
I
that.
get it, but
Some people
those
do.
phones we do be fucking up because one of the things that piss me off is when it's coned off and there's nobody working. I mean,
Yeah, that pisses
not
me off.
construction workers standing around, just
Yeah,
nobody working.
I'll move that shit out the way. Oh, y'all not working over here? And y'all just got. I'll get out, move it so fast, and then go drive through and move it back.
I found out that's because it's all done by different people.
Well, I think it's because of the union too. Most of these guys are probably in the union. They get paid, probably $40 an hour for 5 minutes worth of work, and they draw those contracts out because the longer they can keep his contract.
Yeah, because it was subcontracted. So me as a contractor want to work on this street instead of me saying, "Hey, me and my people will cone off the street." I got to go to another contractor who got to go out and put out the cones.
Yeah.
But maybe everybody on my crew got sick, so we're not gonna work tonight.
Yeah.
But those guys who put out the cones, they got a contract and they done scheduled your ass. So now they done blocked off the streets, and me as a contractor, we ain't even working that night.
We ain't even working. We off for the next week and a half.
Exactly. But these cones, y'all, I understand they're for safety. Tony just said he'll run them over. Hey, I get it, Tony.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you got the car for that. I don't got the car for that. But
I completely get that, y'all. We're going to speed through the rest of the stuff here, y'all. This past Saturday, Ed Sheeran's concert was canceled last minute. There was an issue with the floor and the speaker.
Yeah, the sound.
Something happened. It was a safety issue. The show was canceled last minute. Ed Sheeran comes out and starts signing autographs and taking pictures. I mean, that's some stand-up shit, y'all.
That is.
I ain't gonna even lie. That's some stand-up shit. But I expect that out of Ed Sheeran, though. I expect that out of him.
Yeah. It was. I just remember I was driving because I was meeting a friend in Warm Springs, almost Blue Diamond area, and I kind of drive through that traffic, and I was like, "Well, who's performing tonight? The Raiders don't play till tomorrow because it was a Saturday, I think." And I didn't know that Ed Sheeran was playing at Allegiant, so come to find out that he had a concert that was canceled last minute. Which upset a lot of the fans, obviously, because it was literally an hour before the concert. Like, people were already there; they were already parking, they were already, trying to go up, and it sucks and it's unfortunate when those type of things happen. But hopefully, they'll either reschedule or give these people their money back. But it's one of those things that happens. And I didn't know that he did that. I didn't know that he had came out and signed autographs and things like that. So that was dope of him to do. But you can't please everybody. So
and the show, and for those who know, the show was rescheduled for October 28th, which I think is it's Halloween weekend here in Las Vegas. That's another holiday weekend for we got in Vegas. And for those out there, I don't care what y'all say about New Year's Eve. Halloween is the best part of the year here. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can argue with your mama about that. New Year's Eve is cool. Halloween weekend in Vegas is
lit. Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween definitely is lit out here. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming to Vegas. I saw today footage of the Sphere. They were doing a test run of like a Darren Aronofsky movie. So they showed what it looked like in the Sphere, and it looks like you're literally in the movie. Like it looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and I could see that on my phone.
Yeah.
So being there, I know it's gonna be crazy. I think YouTube is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be doing a concert there soon. So it's just a lot going on in Vegas, y'all. And Vegas be turned up anyway, but it's just gonna be a lot of traffic, and these fucking cones ain't making it no better. But shout out to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Uh, really cool that you did that because Adele showed the fuck didn't. So
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And once also what happened in Vegas this past weekend,
oh Lord,
uh, Lionel Richie is upset.
yeah,
Um,
it's
last week,
like old
the
school,
fourth
old
Labor
beat.
Day, on Labor Day, Beyonce had a show in LA. It was her birthday. A lot of stars came out. She brought Diana Ross up on stage, who sang happy birthday to her. And Lionel Richie took issue with that.
Lionel was
Lionel
a little
Richie
pissed about it.
said,
He was a
Lionel
little pissed.
Richie says he's been trying to get her try to get her to come sing Endless Love with them. Endless Love was this 40-year-old song, y'all, that was it was the business. It was
Sorry about
Lionel Richie, Diana Ross. It is probably one of the best love ballads, of all time. Not just the 70s and 80s, but of all time. Um, and so Lionel Richie was on stage, like, I've been trying to get her to do this for 30 years. And she in LA singing happy birthday to Beyonce.
what's
Oh,
that?
man, I was like,
It was sassy. I was like, she probably don't fuck with you, Lionel. Like, what you
yeah,
doing that?
no.
She
Like
probably just don't
Lionel,
fuck with you.
you coming
Right.
up in here with that energy, boy. You got that energy, sir.
Yeah, you're a little sassy, Lionel. But I love this age now because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't know these things about these stars back then. Now, like they coming out talking about this old beef, like Prince ran over Michael and tried to run Michael over. What?
Yeah,
What?
like,
Like what do you mean? Patty and
like
Aretha
y'all,
didn't like each other. Like this is
y'all
all
really too
spicy
old.
shit.
Y'all really too old to be beefing like that. But you know what? I'm
Right.
here for it. I'm here
I'm
for it.
here
I
for
don't
it.
care.
I got one
I
foot in the
don't
grave.
care.
And y'all
I
just
don't care.
taking the gloves off. Like,
I'll
what I
go
could
ahead.
do Diana back then. I've been trying to get her to sing with me for
Mm-hmm.
37 years and she just gonna get up there on Beyonce stage and I mean, come on now, Lionel. You were one of the greatest songwriters
Mm-hmm.
ever. Like,
Exactly.
still writing.
Don't do that. Don't do
You're him,
that.
Timothy.
Yeah.
But relax, calm down.
You know the type of person Diana is. You know how she
Yeah,
is. Don't worry about it. You know how she don't like sharing no stage, so don't even worry
yeah.
about it.
Anita
Y'all
and
let us know.
Babyface.
Y'all
Okay.
let us know about what you think about Lionel Richie beefing with Diana Ross. I'm here for it. I don't think it's gonna get any further, but they'll
Oh yeah.
probably meet up at the Grammy. Somebody is in the background, probably trying to make it happen. And speaking of other things, y'all, old ass Lil Wayne opened the VMAs last night. Um, as we get into our spoiler alert, y'all. Um, I'm gonna talk about the VMAs because that's what I watched, y'all. The
I haven't even.
VMAs was on MTV last night. It was a star-studded event. I fell asleep on it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and the performances, Lil Wayne came on, did a medley. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. There was a hip hop tribute that I fell asleep to before it even came on. But it was your classic MTV stuff. Shock value. I sat here and think, oh, that's not gonna go over in the morning. Or I mean, okay, y'all. Do y'all now watch stuff now to say, oh shit, that's gonna be a meme tomorrow? I can see that being a meme tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun show. I like the performances. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I haven't heard none of this music sometimes before. I couldn't even tell you. I didn't even know they still made music videos.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even know it was coming on.
Yes, it was fun, but it was just your standard award show. And even though I respect it as an award show, I still need to know the method of how they choose the winners. I know some of it is fans. How does that voting go? You know what I mean? Because see, sometimes they want to just give awards to people who show up. I'm just saying that's how it looks. The Image Awards are the same way. And I was telling my girl, I was like, hey, I bet you if Beyonce I bet you if Beyonce said she was gonna come, she was gonna get the Vanguard Award. She was gonna win in a couple awards. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Um, but the VMAs, MTV, I gave it 3 blunts. It was just entertaining. It was too long. I don't know why award shows need to be hella long. Um,
And that's just the televised version of it.
yeah, that's just a televised version. So I did give that. I did give that 3 blunts. It is what it is, y'all. VMAs on MTV. I don't know if they're replaying it on Paramount Plus or whatever MTV deal they have with them. But I did go ahead and I did give that 3 blunts. Now you also watched the classic that's going on that I like too, and that was Oz on Prime Video. Let me know about that.
So Oz, when Oz was on TV, I was still in middle school. Like I think it debuted first season came out 1997. I was 30. So I do remember it being on TV, and I do remember watching it probably when I was supposed to be in the fuck to bed. But I didn't remember. You sometimes you have to go back and revisit things. Now I'm an adult. I understand probably things I didn't understand.
Yeah.
When I was originally watching it, and I never it lasted about 6 seasons, but Oz was definitely that show. It was uh um that show for that period of time. It was very raunchy. It was very for that era TV. It was that's why it came on HBO. Now you can probably watch the same shit on CBS now. But it just talked about this experimental prison program that they were doing for trying to rehabilitate these criminals that were locked up there, and it just follows different situations in prison and how they handle it. Ernie John, not Ernie Johnson, Ernie Winston from Ghostbusters, the warden, Harold
Ernie
Perrineau,
Hudson.
Ernie Hudson is in it. Harold Perrineau, which is an actor that I've always liked. I grew up watching him in the 90s. Mayhem, the guy that plays Mayhem in the Allstate commercials, he was in it. I just know him as Mayhem. I don't know his real name. But it's a lot of cast Leon, and just looking back and looking at the cast, it's like, oh my god, like I haven't, there's a lot of good actors, a lot of good. Season one is kind of, it was the first season, so it looked kind of low budget, but it was, and it's kind of like they shoot it kind of like in this New-York kind of thing, like perennials in this box spinning and narrating the episode, so you just look at it like they really had this man in this box, like, but it was, it was good for its time. So just going back and looking at it, I definitely recommend to go back and watch. I think I get 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5, or
I think you gave it 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. Just because it was the first season, so it's kind of, it looked kind of.
That was on Prime Video, y'all. That's Oz on Prime Video. I don't know if it's streaming on Max, but if it's on Prime Video, it's probably on Max. Tony says Orange is the New Black is better. What are y'all watching? Old school, new school, what's coming out? There's a there's a show, a new show on Hulu called The Other Black Girl that I think I'm gonna have to watch.
Okay.
It's giving me single white female vibes, but I don't know. I have to watch it first.
Okay, that was a good one too from back in the day. Single white female. My mom used to rent it all the time. We used to rent it all the time.
Yep. So most definitely, y'all let us know what you're watching. Leave a comment. Man, I am this past weekend on my munchies, y'all, because I'm getting the munchies right now. I'm smelling whatever they got going on up there. That's smelling good. But
Eh,
what's your favorite go-to munchie? Let us know in the comments. I this time actually had a um, bowl from Hummus. Hummus is this Mediterranean fast food place. It's actually like once again, I can't call it the Mediterranean Chipotle. So what happens? You go in and you build your bowl. It
okay.
starts with a base of hummus, and then you can add things like lettuce, onions, meat to it. Pretty good. Spent about $15, and I got the beef and grilled veggie bowl. It was good. Um,
I like
I
hummus
wish
though.
they would put the hummus on the top because I rather mix my hummus from the top down than the bottom up. You know what I mean?
It's a
Also
difference.
lets me know if I need more hummus. And
Yeah.
it really did need a little more hummus, but I did get some sauces on it because you have the options for sauces. Um, but I gave it 4.5 blunts. I felt like the meat was a little too stringy, got caught in my teeth, but that's probably a me thing, not the meat thing.
Yeah.
Um, and the grilled veggies were just a little bit under. You know what I mean? Sort of like they weren't tender. Let's put it like that. They weren't tender, um, but they weren't raw either. Let's put it like that. They weren't
Okay.
tender, but they weren't raw. They had a nice crunch on them, but I really expected it just to be a bit more tender. And it just is what it is. I still would go back to this place. Don't get me wrong. This is not one of those places I would not go back to. But I did give it 4.5 blunt. Um,
Okay.
so I thought that was good.
I'll
Now,
definitely
did you have
try
anything?
it.
No, you said you didn't have much. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't really get to do a munchie this week.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, just life been life, and I've been like been being pulled in all these different directions. So I didn't really get to do a munchie this week.
Mm-hmm.
But that I do want to go to. I think it's the salad. It's something on Craig called something salad.
Salad
So
to go or something like that.
yeah, salad to go. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's called. I want to try that because I
Mm-hmm.
love salad and I love making my own salad. So I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
try that.
And
And
I've been there. I don't know if I did a review on it, but I've been there.
Mhm.
It's nice. It is like, you pick out your salad. It's pretty reasonable for it's like a $7. You can get a very good salad to your liking with meat. And everything is one price. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with like this, and that. You just
Yeah,
pick what you got. But yeah, I've been there. Been there. I think it's salad to go, something like that. But yeah,
yeah.
definitely let me know what you think and do that review next week.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, so I probably might get out and do it myself this week. Um,
Yeah.
but definitely that's the place. There's a couple of places. I found out there's a Turkish coffee joint out on Pecos and Trop. I gotta go try Turkish coffee.
Really?
They
Okay.
make Turkey. For those who don't know, Turkish coffee is actually made um, through on hot sand. So basically, you put your water,
Oh
the coffee,
yeah.
and stuff in there, and then they heat it up in this blazing hot ass sand.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
then
that. Seen
and then
that.
they got this Turkish pastry. Oh, I've never been to Turkey,
Like,
but I've had Turkish food. Oh fuck, man, I'm gonna be there. I'm just salivating at the mouth right now thinking about
yeah, just thinking about it. Yeah, there's a lot of
this.
little underground restaurants you gotta try out here. So much. You
Exactly.
definitely get your back big fucking around in Vegas. Like
But let
you
us know what
you
your
really
favorite
want to
go-to
try.
munchie is, y'all, in the comments. And yeah, let us know in the comments, y'all, what your favorite munchie is, what your favorite snacks is, and things like that. We're here, y'all. We're at the top of the hour. Before we go, like we always say, we like to talk with you, then about you. If you're having issues in your life, please dial the suicide the crisis line at 988. You can text or call them. This is National Suicide Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead, y'all. And if y'all need to share this with your friends, share this with loved ones. But definitely, y'all, if you're having issues, please dial 988. You can text or call. If you are a victim of domestic abuse of any gender, of any type, please go ahead and call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233. Most definitely, y'all, I want to thank everyone for watching and smoking with us. We are the Aging Potheads. That is the beautiful Miss Candy with an X. I am the Funky Monk, aka Big Brother Boss. Tony actually came in on the board tonight. Thank you, brother. And as we always say, thank you for everybody for joining us. We want to meditate and medicate. And until next time we see you folks, stay lifted. Good night.